Hey guys, welcome to Spirituality with me, Finesse. I have been having those moments where I constantly feel in and out of, my motivation to do certain things. And sometimes it takes a while. And sometimes it's because I actually set those time frames for myself that are unrealistic. And I find myself always almost wanting to give up, I will be honest. I find myself in those states, but fortunately I have literally never found myself giving up. And the reason for that is because I always find myself reminding myself of why I started in the first place. And that is what I want to encourage you to do today. When you feel like you're not getting the results you want, or you're not getting them fast enough, or sometimes it's not even because of us, it's because of we feel that other people are not observing our progress, and it shouldn't be for them. So that's another thing. It shouldn't be for them that you set your goals for yourself. Your goals for yourself should be set for you, because you want them, not because of any outside source. An outside source shouldn't be your reason for motivation. You should be your first reason for doing anything, and that is what makes it stick. And also in doing so, you actually teach yourself to love you better, and to love you more, and to love you in the right way. So when you find yourself in those situations, and it takes some time, I always say that it's very important that we talk to ourselves, that we speak to ourselves. And I don't mean in your mind. Sometimes you need to do it loud, because doing it loud drowns out the thoughts that you're having. And I believe that speaking gives you it causes you send out the frequency, but you also receive that frequency through your hearing and also through energy, right? So it's necessary when you feel that, oh, I don't really feel like doing it today. Remind yourself of your bigger picture, why you're doing it, what caused you to want to do it in the first place. And when you're setting those goals in the first place, set it around yourself. Don't make your goals, or the accomplishment or achievement of your goals, be because of someone else or something else, because that's not really concrete. That's not a guarantee. That shouldn't be your reason, because people change all the time. People change all the time. People are not always around, and your goal may not be important to them, and your goal shouldn't be important to them. If it is, great, but it should first be important to you. So I just wanted to remind you on spirituality today to keep your reason in mind. When you feel, I know it is, and it's the beginning of a year, and this is why I'm talking about these things, because so often we start off well, and then, in fact, have you noticed that in December is when we start talking about resolutions, right? But then very, very often, more often than not, we start a new year tired. I mean, think about it. If you're someone who goes out on New Year's Eve, the 1st of January, you're all blah. Maybe you've had a lot to drink, maybe you've partied too much, or maybe you worked, A lot of people work really hard on the last day of the year, because it's something that's usually very extravagant for various businesses. So you start off tired. And I believe that when these things happen, even on the first day of the year, you shouldn't like just go into things, especially things that are physical, because your body needs rest, and you have to listen to your body. So setting those goals for yourself, or just thinking of what you want, give yourself the first of the year, and just go into thought. Some people do it on the last day of the year. Do it on the first of the year, because people are usually very, very tired, and there's this thing that puts pressure on us. You can start your change whenever you desire. It does not have to be on the first of the year. In fact, when I usually start applying my changes before the first of the year, like so in December, I would be like, you're planning on starting to work out, and it's not, we're human beings. So when you start something, you have to give yourself time to adjust to it. And starting on the first of the year, what usually happens, we start with a bang, and then by the second week we're tired. So give yourself kind of, first of all, be graceful with yourself. You're not perfect, and this is a new thing, and things take time to become ingrained in us, right? So, and how you do that is by reminding yourself of why you set your goal. I usually start my stuff in December, but Remind yourself of why you're doing something, and let your reason be because of you. Because of you. You are most important in your life. You are not, there is no one on this earth to whom you are most important other than yourself. And that's who you should be most important to. Okay? So in all the goals that you set, remember to remind yourself of why. On those days when you feel like, I don't feel like doing it, and you don't have to. Another example of my workouts. I usually prefer to work out in the daytime. But then sometimes I wake up and I'm like, oh, I just had two performances that were tiring the night before. So I'm like, all right, let's just wait. I'm like, the day has 24 hours. So as long as I get it done before midnight, I'm good. And that's, be very accommodating of yourself. Don't put too much pressure, because the fun, it sucks the fun out of what you're doing. And you want, goals are goals, but they're not meant to be like all serious and like scary or intimidating. Or you're supposed to enjoy the process. You're supposed to enjoy the process of achieving your goals. So, and what would make you enjoy it or look forward to it is to its completion, which is great, is your reason. So for every goal that you set for yourself, you need to figure out why you're doing it. And it needs to be around you, why you want to do it, why it is important to you that you do it. Okay? So this is spirituality today. Remind yourself of your why. Remind yourself of why you're doing something. It's very important that you do so, because otherwise, when you lose track of your reason for something, you lose the zeal, you lose the interest, you lose the motivation in accomplishing it. So that's what I want you to do, so that your goal is not just, or your new changes that you've applied for the year don't last you just until March or until April. Keep going and keep reminding yourself of why, and treat yourself, celebrate yourself. Even if you don't do as much as you did the day before, your best varies every day. Every day your best varies. Your best yesterday might not be your best today. It might be better or it might be a little less, but it is your best. And that's why you're encouraged to do things in the moment. Focus on the moment. Okay? Do your best in each moment and everything will be alright. Remember your reason for setting your goals. Remember why you're doing it, why you set those resolutions, why you wrote those resolutions down. You know, please just don't give up. Don't compare your days, your previous days, to your present days. Take each day as it comes and remember your reason. Every little bit you do is contributing to your big picture. Okay? Thank you so much for watching. Enjoy your Thursday.